Good morning, good morning. It's Ona and Giblets, your energy customer service reps from Chicago. Today is Sunday, November 3rd, 2024. And it's time for Time Out with Giblets, where we pick an oracle card every Sunday morning to kind of hone in on a theme for the week. And this week is pretty charged up, starting with today, where we're kind of running off the new moon energy whose rulers are opposing each other today. Mars and Pluto, they're co-rulers of the Scorpio new moon. So we're probably, the feeling in the air, number one is green. It smells green, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I kind of like that feeling, and that feels homey to me. And it's defensiveness. So you might be feeling defensive, just kind of standing your ground, a little plutonic, a little Mars-oriented energy. Just recognize that if you feel like you're on the defense. Also, election week this Tuesday. So I could see how that just sort of floods into this Mars-Pluto opposition. So kind of recognize that these are the things that are sort of floating around out there in the verse and adjust to them accordingly, I guess, right? I voted early. I voted last Tuesday. If you watch Mystic Sisters, and you'll see I have reported that I voted, and I waited about 2 hours from beginning to end, and it was so worth it, and the lines are just out of control. I walked by the same library yesterday, and it was twice as long as it was on Tuesday. So I feel very good about this flood. All right? So I have my Oracle deck cards here. These are the Animal Spirit Oracle deck. And I just wanted to mention one thing about this week, and that is with the moon starting in Sag today, moving into Capricorn on Tuesday, election day. That's good. I like that. Very practical kind of moon. And then Aquarius, and we don't have a water representation from the moon until Saturday night when it moves into Pisces. So this week is kind of void of a little bit of that water energy, and numerologically it's a week of fire. So let's see what flew out of the deck. This is kind of how I feel if somebody's sitting on my lap. Number 50, Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. Does that not look like Giblets there? Right there? Okay, overcome any obstacle. I like that. I had a feeling there was going to be a couple. That's why I voted early, even though the voting is in my building. I'm working that day, and I just want to make sure I did it, and I don't miss the bus on that one, just in case I miss the bus, right? So number 50, Rhino Spirit. Overcome any obstacle. We always have the choice to press ahead, and Rhino Spirit strength offers you the power to break through stubborn obstacles. Okay, this animal spirit knows there is more than one way to open a path to what you seek. When Rhino Spirit appears, you are reminded that you have a marvelous ability to overcome obstacles in many ways by going around them, shattering them with the force of clear, deliberate intentions, or even transforming them into clouds that drift away by refusing to allow them to limit you. Wow, interesting. Apply your Rhino Spirit with creativity, and no obstacle can stand, for you have magic to make and many ways in which to make it. Your power is awesome right now. I'm just going to like that. Your power is awesome right now. Rhino Spirit also wants to remind you that when an obstacle appears, to prevent you from getting from what you desire today, it means that something much better is coming. Keep that in mind when you consider the nature of the obstacle in front of you now. Great Spirit loves you so much and only wants the best for you. I have an example of that. So it's that kind of week where if something kind of lands in front of you and stops you from being on schedule, listen to it. Okay, take that time out. I had an old dog, a German Shepherd. His name was Diesel. And I took a couple times for me to figure this out, my psychic dog. If he stood in front of me on my way out the door, something was going to happen. I literally walked over him when I figured it out. I walked over him to get out the door, pulled the door, locked myself out of my own house. And I thought he was trying to stop me. And he knew this was going to happen, and I was locked in like the mud room for I don't even know how long. It's that kind of thing. My kid had a bunch of errands to run. It was the day of the full moon. He walked out and there was a flat tire. I'm like, there was a reason for that one. Something stopped you from having to, something else might have happened. So I think it's that kind of week, all right? Giblets is just all about napping in the morning. He goes for his long walk. He has his treat and he sleeps all day long. Look at that. All right, you guys. Anything in your path, take heed. Also know that nothing is insurmountable. You're going to get around this, all right? Have an awesome week. We'll see you guys. I did have a little video on Halloween, but it was so windy. There's no audio, so I'm going to see if I can fix up some of, maybe go over it, get some music on top of it, and then post Giblets just walking down the block with his bag of marshmallows costume on. So we'll see. Love you, love you, love you, and we'll see you soon. Bud. Yeah, he's asleep.